Soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Proverbs 15:1. Giving all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone that rule well, laboring the word and doctrine. Shalom, meaning peace. With that being to the elect of the nation of Israel. So I just got into this based on a little interaction I had. Yeah, which really I didn't have too much of an interaction. Because I'm gonna have to block that. Right, we should be good. We should be good. Getting back into it. Basically, yeah, I was doing some deliveries, dropping some food off to people and thing. And I just pull up into a little, I don't know what you'd call it, probably an estate. Probably call it an estate, but it looks more like there's many blocks of flats effectively. Okay. And I get there, I pull into this empty space, because it's empty. And just as I'm about to get out, I've got everything ready. You have to do this shit with this phone, and you have to do some stuff. So it's time consuming. Anyway, I'm ready now, and I hear a horn. And I look behind me, and I see this little fucking nerd. I'm playing, but I'm not playing at the same time. Right, this little guy, man, and he goes, "Oh, you're in my space!" And he's like a proper. If you ever seen that film, Superbad, you know that guy, McLovin. He looked like fucking McLovin, man. And he beat me, and he's getting all mad, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what? It's an empty space about your space, and I'm just thinking, what should I say? Ooh, sorry, this space doesn't have a name on it. Some bullshit like that. Some Jake shit. And I just think, hold on a minute, come on, think more spiritually. Anyway, we're into another car space, and then I've gone to the door of the customer, and my man, McLovin, has popped out his car, and he's so I've just seen him, and I've gone, oh, sorry about that, man. And he looked shook. He was like, eh. Yeah, he didn't say but he was like, it's fine, honestly, it's fine. I just don't want to park somewhere, and then if someone comes and steals my space, then, they might scratch my car and stuff like that. I was like, oh my, he's stressing me out, man. He's doing too much. But did I want to say, oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Esau? No, I wanted to say, I want you to deal with you like on there, the blood clot. Right, I wanted to cuss him out, man. But, a soft answer turneth away wrath. The scriptures also say, agree with thine adversary quickly. Alright, because if he said, say I'm working for if I'm working for a company and I'm wearing my company uniform, and then he rings up and says, oh, this little weirdo has just stolen my space and then cussed me out, how you could lose your job and stuff like that. And it's really not anything more to the lesson than that. A soft answer turneth away wrath. Agree with thine adversary. Beware of men. Even going into that, and really that's more about the doctrine, effectively, and the truth. But you can apply that to your everyday life. There's many things at this where certain things you can apply to the doctrine, and it only applies there. But certain things are just so-called life lessons. You can use this in secular life, knowing when to hold your fucking tongue. And he that keepeth his tongue shall keep his life. But paraphrasing, he that openeth up his mouth shall surely have destruction. Paraphrasing that. There's many scriptures on it. I don't even know how to paraphrase it, Salafi. I'm just driving at the moment. In James, it talks about the tongue is a little member, but no man can tame it. So you've got man that can tame your big biceps and doing all this, doing the most in that. But when it comes to the tongue, oh man, no one can tame that. It can get you into a lot of trouble, man. But I'm not making it to say, oh, look how great I am. Because really my flesh, wanted to say, like I say, you little nerd, who the fuck you, what are you on about your space? It doesn't have your name on it. There's some proper primary school shit. Or kindergarten for you lot, which is really a German word. Which means little people garden, because you're growing them up. Like it says, train up a child in the way you ought to go. But it's not going to, the true way is not obviously the Babylonian bullshit, but that's what they teach you. But that's it, watch it, especially in this time, man. Especially in this time with everything that's going on. A little thing that you think Yeah, because what profit would that really have got me? So I might have felt good for a moment, but then you get back and your manager's on your ass, and then you're still fired up. You say some bullshit to him, and it can spiral out of control, man. So it's just one to say, you know, watch your tongue, man. Watch your tongue. And I'm talking to myself too. You know, I will always, not always, because you know, Lord willing, we get changed out of this. But as long as we're in this flesh, yeah, that's always going to be. It's always going to be an issue. So let me pause this, and then I will read some scripts. So bear with me. So we've got James 1:26. It says, "If any man among you seem to be religious, and bridleth not his tongue, and but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain." And again, if you speak, idle words, every idle word. Let's search that. So it's Matthew 12:36. "But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment." All right. "But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment." So if you get into a routine of speaking idly, or and just not knowing when is enough, not knowing when to shut the fuck up, you have to put it plainly, on your small matters, yeah, that can also translate to larger matters. Right, you don't want to make, like certain groups made like, if this man is this, then pass me the this. I don't even want to repeat that. But that's the sort of shit you can get into, man. So you know, if you're able to hold it down, as it were, for the smaller matters, your Lord willing, that will translate, you know, and you'll get more discipline with the tongue, with the speaking. Now I just want to touch upon the precepts up in James, and we'll close it out. Call it a quick hit. Where are we? Bear with me. After Timothy. Yeah, there it is. Alright. James 3:5. I'll read 3:5-8. "Even so the tongue is a little member and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth." You know, you've got accounts of a little cigarette butt, which is a tiny little fire when someone smoked the cigarette. The little end bit, the embers there. They dash it on this, then this catch fire to this catch fire of this. Well, that's what can happen. I was talking earlier about spiraling out of control. And that shit can definitely happen, man. Verse 6, "And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity," right? Unequalness. Right, "so is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. For every kind of beasts, and of birds, and of serpents, and of things in the sea, is tamed and hath been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison." Right, so watch your tongue. Yeah, and keep it like Paul said. In because it can lead to some drastic shit, man. Drastic consequences. 1 Corinthians 9:27. "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway." So you don't want to get cast away. After, it's not about the works, of course, that you're doing in the flesh. You're justified by the faith, and it's the blood of Yahawashi, HaMashiach really covering you. But you don't want that to cause you to slip, man. All right, so I'll leave it there. Pray it's been edifying. Next video, Lord willing, all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Shalom.